Live on the court, it is winner go home basketball here on WHBCSports.com. Billy Beebe, Denny Kincaid with you live from Canton Memorial Fieldhouse. Only 16 teams remain tonight. A regional semifinal in the Division 5 category including the Canton Central Catholic Crusaders and the Richmond Heights Spartans. Denny, we have a terrific matchup, and most importantly, we still have a lot of Stark County basketball remaining in the playoffs, which you love to see.
Absolutely. You got Central tonight, you got Perry tomorrow night up at Akron U, and then last night McKinley and Louisville both won their regional semis, so they're playing on Saturday. So kudos to Stark County basketball, which I will tell you, we knew this was going to happen this year. Based off of last year, the junior class of all these teams in the county were so good, you could see this happening.
It's a great point there. Yeah, I feel like a lot of these teams, and including that, there are a couple teams that surprised us they didn't keep going because of the senior class.
Yes.
They had gone. I know Jackson was a little bit of a surprise for everybody. Louisville brought to the wire last night in overtime, but they get it done against DeSales. They will play Saturday against tonight's winner of St. Ignatius and St. Ed. So keep an eye out, WHBCSports.com, 1480 WHBC website, social media. We'll update you on what games we're going to have. We know McKinley will play the winner of tonight's matchup there. Louisville
they play Bishop Hartley.
That's it. Thank you very much. Central will look to defeat Richmond Heights tonight. We just watched Lutheran East defeat Norwayne, so they'll wait for the winner of this game in front of us. We got about 8 minutes until tip-off in this one. We're going to break this one down. Richmond Heights, a very interesting opponent for Central to welcome in. A good thing for the Crusaders to basically have a home game here at the Fieldhouse. They lucked out in that sense. Real quick, we'll give everybody the starters before we go, then we'll get you to the national anthem tip-off, and we got a lot of great basketball planned ahead of us tonight. Denny, let's start with the Spartans. Let's get into the Spartans. Break them down for us.
Well, I will tell you, they have a ton of athletes, and watching their warm-ups, they don't miss too many threes. And I will say maybe it's because no one's in their face, so hopefully Central can kind of get hands in their face. The thing is, they are so quick, and they will run you up and down the floor. They've had 3 games in the tournament this fall. Their average score is 98 to 33.
Unbelievable.
Yes. So, they don't mind putting points on the board. But I will say this. What kind of competition did they play?
True, right? Always matters.
You look at Central, Central's had a nice margin of victory. They played at Brooklyn. They played a Manchester team that actually wasn't too in the Pac-7. And they beat them rather handily. And then they beat a fairly good Trinity team. So, and the other part to this, and I know we're supposed to be talking about Richmond, but Central, they built their schedule for this game. They play up, and Coach Kramer has done this for years.
Right.
It's like, okay, let's play the best teams in Stark County, see how we handle, and then when it gets into tournament play, and we're starting to play teams our own size. Yeah. And
that's why you play a Glen Oak in December, to kind of get you geared up. That's a great point by you. Richmond doing some light scouting, talking with other teams within the area, other schools within the area. The one note I kept getting over and over, Denny, is, and you can see it on a not-so-big roster.
Right.
They're going to run the same 5 guys a lot of the game. Their matchup against St. Ignatius, which they kept reasonably close. The scouting report was, hey, they played 6 guys max and the main 5 guys most of the game.
Right.
So watch for that tonight. Going through those starters, you got Makai Ansberry, Derek Barber Jr., Demarius Winters Jr., Dorian Jones, and Joey Emery for Richmond. Well, let's flip it over to the Crusaders. We already talked about them packing their schedule a little bit to get ready for a late run. They win their 3rd district championship in a row. Coach Kramer certainly making the most of this roster, right? I'm going to look right away, Denny, not to the names, not to the years, but to the height. Yeah. Richmond has nobody to match Will Minor at 6'8" and Jonathan Stengel at, I'll say 6'8 plus.
Yeah.
More like 6'9", but
and he's such a wide body. You hope that he can plant himself on those blocks and be able to get to the rim and just power his way up through. He actually shoots. His free throw shooting isn't the best on the team, but I've seen him knock down, 8 out of 10 before. So he's a guy that really has to be able to stay on the floor, and he has to make his presence known inside the paint.
Now, I've done a lot of basketball the past few years, but you've done obviously way more than me over the years. I won't say how many.
I'm older.
I won't say how many years, just over the years. Always fun to do a team that has brothers, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you got Luke Vlolovsky, I'm going to get that down by the end of the night, and Lance Vlolovsky. These are two guys that are automatically, these are the difference makers, right?
Absolutely. Two best players on the team, two best shooters on the team. And, last year, Lance, the junior, he was hurt during this time of the year. And I think Central missed him a little bit when he came to this point in the season.
Yeah.
So having both of those guys there and both of them, the ability to knock down threes is going to be key tonight for the Crusaders.
Well, about 3 minutes away from the national anthem and tip-off. Real quick, we gave you the starters for Richmond Heights. For Canton Central Catholic, it'll be Dylan Minnie, Easton Miller, Luke Vlolovsky, Lance Vlolovsky, and Jonathan Stengel for the Crusaders. Again, more basketball coming up. We'll be on the radio tomorrow. It'll be myself and Bob Jeffries tagging in. He's been on vacation. He's been out and about.
I know.
So he's got to be itching to jump back on the broadcast with us. Perry's a story, right, Denny?
You are not kidding. They didn't have a winning – in fact, I still don't think they're not even 500 now.
No, they're 11 and 13 right now.
But, the goal is to be playing your best basketball at the end of February. And guess what? Perry has done that. And kudos to them over there. And, come on, bring us another regional final game on Saturday to do.
Yeah, never ideal to switch things up, coaching and things like that. They've had to do it over the past few years, make some tough changes, especially locally. You like to keep your program under the same name and develop things, and they made some changes. It's paying off. And as you said, they would have been 8 and 13, I believe, to heading into the playoffs. They would have been 8 and 13, now 11 and 13. But, what does the record matter anymore? Did you win your last game? That's all that anybody's really going to ask at this point in the season.
At this point in the season, the records don't mean anything because you had to have done something to get to this game. So, I have been impressed with Perry, towards the end of the regular season and then this. You never know. And
that's
job,
too
Luke
true.
Wolf.
Tomorrow, 1480 WHBC. That'll be a 5 o'clock tip-off from Kent State. Excited to do that one again. We'll be live on the radio. Akron, thank you. We got so many games, so many matchups, times. I can't.
Don't be doing that.
As long as I'm there early and in the right location, I'm happy. As we have about 40 seconds before tip-off, I was 1 hour earlier than my usual 1 hour early tonight. So I took in a little extra basketball tonight. A 5 o'clock game will keep me honest tomorrow.
Yes, it will.
I'm excited for that one. And, again, like you said, that'll be at Akron, but we will be live on 1480 WHBC and WHBC.com. We gave you the starters. The starters are going to be announced once again on the floor, and then we'll get to the national anthem and get you going here on WHBCSports.com. Let's send you live to the court.
Announced for this Division 5 regional semifinal basketball game between Richmond Heights High School and Canton Central Catholic High School. Tonight's tournament game is sponsored by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Your attendance and support of the student athletes and coaches is appreciated by member schools competing for the right to move on. Though both teams are rivals, they are expected to exhibit the qualities of good sportsmanship throughout the contest, and the administration of both schools requests the same from all fans. The officials assigned to this tournament game have met extensive requirements set by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and have been assigned based upon a process approved by the OHSAA's Board of Directors. The officials for tonight's game are Isaiah Haney, Ryan Throckmorton, and Kevin Schwartzel. The athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of McKinley Senior High School. All fans are asked to respect the effort each of them has put forth preparing for tonight's contest. We ask all attending to show courtesy and respect for fellow fans, officials, coaches, those administrating the contest, and of course your team and your opponent. And as important today as ever, please respect the game. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet our teams. We'll start by introducing the cheerleaders for each team, followed by the non-starters, and then your starting lineups. First up, the visiting team on the scoreboard this evening, the Central Catholic Crusaders. The Crusaders are led by head coach Matt Kramer, assisted by Tyler Dunn, Justin Greenfelder, Edie Williams, Tim McBride, and Jake Deniska. First up, your Crusaders. Number 10, Vince Shoretti. Number 12, Carson Piacco. Number 13, Tyler Cook. Number 22, Braylon Tabellion. Number 24, Joey Meyer. Number 35, Will Meyer. And number 42, Carter Campetti. And now your starters. Starting tonight for the Crusaders, at guard, a 5'11" sophomore, number 2, Dylan Minnie. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 20, Easton Miller. At guard, a 6'2" senior, number 32, at guard, a 6' junior, number 34, Lance Orlowski. And at center, a 6'8" senior, number 45, Jonathan Stengel. And now the home team on tonight's scoreboard, the Richmond Heights Spartans. Richmond Heights is led by head coach Quentin Rogers, assisted by Mark Williams and Ryan Hines. First up, the cheerleaders this evening for the Spartans, led by coaches Nicole McWilliams and Cindy Woodbury. The Spartan cheerleaders, Donjanae Cole, Zaria Davis, Mariah Kern, and Donjanae Cole. Now the non-starters this evening for the Spartans. Number 2, AJ Audio. Number 5, Kyle Moreland. Number 10, Jaden Johnson. Number 20, Malik Asbury. And number 23, DJ Hauser. And now your starters. Starting tonight for the Spartans at guard, a 5'11" freshman, number 0, Makai Asbury. At guard, a 5'10" senior, number 2, Damaris Ritter. guard, a 5'10" senior, number 1, Dorian Barber Jr. At guard, a 6'5" senior, number 11, Dorian Jones. And at guard, a 5'10" senior, number 12, Joey.
We're ready to tip it off here on WHBCSports.com. Billy Beebe, Denny Kincaid with you. Again, live from the Canton McKinley Memorial Fieldhouse. What a venue. I mean, this is one of my favorite places to do games. Excellent court, great seating, the surrounding. And the Canton Central Catholic Crusaders right at home. As probably, what, Denny, 15 minutes away from their high school?
Not much more than that at all.
And a great home crowd. The Crusaders, they rock their, man, I can't even, is that a dark green or a black? A very dark uniform with white letters. Richmond Heights, they'll wear their white uniforms with blue letters. It'll be Stengel tipping it off against Dorian Jones. It'll be Stengel winning it, and already the Crusaders have a tough start, knocked in the hands of Lance Lolovsky and out of bounds. So Richmond will collect. I think that'll count, too, as Central winning the tip.
Yeah.
As it should. Spartans, they'll get a wide open three to start the game on the left corner. Nothing there for Damaris Winters Jr., and here come the Crusaders. That one knocked out of bounds early, so Richmond aggressive to try and steal that ball away. Luke Volovsky, number 32, Lance Volovsky, his brother, number 34, but the ball in the hands of the point guard, Dylan Minnie. Richmond, very athletic. The question is, can the Crusaders wear them down over time? Stengel down low, swatted from behind, ball's loose, and they come up with it. Dorian Jones, listed at 6'5", already playing bigger against Jonathan Stengel. The drive inside, tough one, rolls around and rolls in. That's an early bucket for Joey Emery. And looking at this roster too, Denny, for Richmond Heights, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 10, 11 players are seniors.
Seniors, yeah.
First three of the day not going to go for the Crusaders. A battle for the ball on the rebound.
Jump ball.
It was Luke Volovsky battling for it. It'll stay with the Crusaders. Richmond Heights coached by Quentin Rogers. Canton Central Catholic, it is Matt Kramer. And again, 3 straight district titles for the Crusaders. Minnie kicks it to Lance Volovsky. He'll drive inside, almost a wedgie at the bucket, but it gets loose in the hands of the Spartans. Duck inside, good, quick, fast pace off the miss. And Eric Barber Jr. makes it 4-0 early for the Spartans. It seems like Central pretty eager to shoot the three.
Yeah.
Dump inside, Stengel finally gets loose and it rolls in.
That's what they really need to get established early.
Stengel with that knee brace on the right knee, still making it happen early. Jump shot not going to fall for Miki Ansberry. Other end of the floor, looking to take advantage. They were down 4-0, chance to tie it. Ball loose on the floor, and Easton Miller stumbles through the defense, collects and scores. Other end, Richmond Heights. Been aggressive on offense early, but they've been better on the transition buckets as they miss another jumper. That was Makai Ansberry again. So 2 in a row missed for Ansberry. Little help as Eric Barber steals short at the rim. So Richmond Heights having some trouble with the layups. A 3-ball they'll try and a 3-ball they'll get. That one knocked down by Joey Emery. His second bucket of the day. That'll give him 5. That'll give the Spartans a 7-4 lead. No hesitation, Central back to Stengel down low. The big man turns, lays it in, and collects a foul. Stengel's got a knee brace on. he's triple teamed, and he's still finding a way to lay it in.
Yeah, Dorian Jones picked up the foul, his first, team first.
Jones got the better of him on that first possession, blocked him, but since Stengel, I think he gave himself a little breathing room and said, all right, you got to battle through a little bit here, not just lay it in.
Absolutely.
Stengel at the free throw line, looking to get extra points, won't get it. That one's missed, out of bounds, and battle for the ball. It's actually going to stay with Central, as De'Eric Barber must have knocked it out as he was battling with Lance Vlovkoski. Quick inbound to Easton Miller. He's got a bucket today, looking for another. Now he's in trouble. Out to Minnie. Into the corner. Minnie had his shot blocked. Gets it back up top to Luke. Chucks it up. Got it to drop. The floater for Luke Volosky. Go early, and Central has it down to, Central taking that 8-7 lead after lost my brain for a second, realized they just had a 4-point possession. Richmond Heights immediately takes that lead back as Mackay Ansbury knocks down a 3-ball. We got a good one here, 10-8 early. Both offenses booming right now. Backcourt pressure on Central. Golovsky, that 3 not going to drop for Luke. Richmond looking to take advantage on the other end of the floor. The fake, the spin, the fadeaway, and Damaris Winters Jr. scores. Richmond Heights back up 4.
They do not need a shot clock, do they?
Oh, both teams sprinting up the floor and finding a shot within about 10 seconds. Central matching the pace right now of Richmond Heights.
I don't know if they can sustain that, though.
3 off a pick, rolls in and rolls out. A good look for Lance Vlolovsky, and that one's stolen away by Luke. Room to finish on the other end, and the casual layup good. So Central creating their own points with defense. 12-2 is the early lead for the Crusaders. 12-10. Richmond Heights still up by a bucket. Kick to the corner. Stengel will give him room to shoot, and he missed it. Disrespectful to let him shoot like that, but hey, he missed. So that one was Mackay Ansbury. Stengel gave him that opportunity to prove himself.
Yeah, Stengel can't guard him out there that far away from the basket.
That one knocked out of bounds. Joey Emery tapped it from behind. 2:58 remaining in the first quarter. Richmond Heights, a 12-10 lead over Canton Central Catholic. A quick break for Stengel, a quick break for Dylan Minnie. Jake Bowling enters the game for Central, along with Will Miner. Will Miner at 6'8", as we get a fake out and a bucket down low. Easton Miller, nice move. And a timeout for Richmond Heights, or a turnover.
Turnover.
Double dribble.
Palm the ball, yep.
Not often you see that.
No, you don't see that.
So Central ties it at 12, and they'll also get the ball back. So we'll see an inbound here from Bowling. As I was saying, Miner listed at 6'8", Denny, but certainly needing to put a little more meat on the bones.
Yeah.
He may have to battle certainly down low. Stolen away by the Spartans on the inbound. Other end of the floor, jam time. Dorian Jones throws it down as Central will immediately try to take advantage, and they do. Lance Wolowski cooked down the floor after the dunk, and we are tied back at 14. Spartans won't hesitate. They throw it away, trying to work quickly. Here come the Crusaders. Tied at 14, 2:20 to go in the first quarter. Lance getting room down low, dumps it to Miner, chucks it up and in, give him another. Will Miner, forget what I said earlier, Danny.
Yeah,
He's
forget
fine.
the meat part.
No more meat on the bones. He's doing it right. It's knocked from behind and got it to go. And again, the Spartans really not hesitating to throw doubles and triples at the big men right now.
Right, exactly. Which, you know what? This is where if you start knocking them down, they're going to, at some point you can dish it back out for the outside shot.
Great point. Minor knocks down the extra, 17-14 Central. Actually, their largest lead of the day right now at 3.
I know.
So we've had a great first quarter. Still 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Shot to tie it. Mackay Ansbury really starting to struggle from the field. He missed that 3 ball. That's 2 in a row missed for him. Also missed 2 in the mid-range. Central looking to build a lead. Shake and bake. Miller throws it up in front of the free throw line, got fouled. So Easton Miller, the senior, will head to the line.
Damaris Winters picks up the foul. His first, team third.
So with the Volovsky brothers doing what they do, and then you got Stengel, such a big part of this offense, being huge down low. Tough for Miller to I'll say shine, but he does a great job getting involved, Denny, and doing the right things.
Yeah, he's one of those quiet players that all of a sudden you blink and he's got 10 points. He's that type of a player.
Missed the first free throw there. Miller toes the line, looking to get 1 of 2.
Yeah.
Got it. I love this view. We're up top in the perch tonight. You can see if the ball's going in. This is the best spot to track the angle of it, the arc of it. Richmond having to do something they haven't done well today, and that's work in the non-transition game. Their half-court offense has struggled. Ball in the hands of De'Eric Barber Jr. going one-on-one against Minnie. Kicks it quickly. That one tipped around and tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Spartans. Starting to notice, Danny, we'll track this throughout the game. The Spartans are in transition. They're looking for that easy layup, right? That athletic layup. If they're in the half court, they want a 3. It seems like that's their plan if they're in the half court.
Absolutely.
Here they are in the half court now. Here's a 3. That one goes. Damaris Winters Jr., he knocks that one down. That's a confidence builder, too, for this offense, which is not shot well to start. Double team. Minnie got it off. Central's feeling the pressure a little bit here. Miller trying to get it down low. He'll get it to Luke Vlakowski. 3 ball from the left wing. It drops. Luke Volovsky way on the left side. Got it to drop. So the Crusaders match 3-pointer for 3-pointer, and they will go up 21-17.
Yeah, the foul went against Jake Bowling, his first, team first.
Easton Miller will get a break. First time today for Central, we'll see Tyler Cook. Coach Kramer digging into his bench a little bit, something Richmond Heights has not done. And finally, from that left corner, Mackay Ansbury knocks down a 3.
Yeah, that shot's going to be there all night, I think, for him.
21-20, 30 seconds to go before the end of the quarter. See if Central wants to run it out or just keep going offensively. They've got a 1-point lead with 25 seconds. And Richmond almost made the decision for them, stealing it for a second and stealing it again out of bounds. Ansbury got that one. Good hustle, but it will stay with Central Catholic. Now 19 seconds. Denny, you and I did Louisville against Ignatius Valentine's Day, so almost a month ago, which is crazy to think. We saw 2 teams that were not afraid to use 50 seconds off the clock, 35 seconds off the clock. So right now, Central's used about half that time. They've got 10 seconds to work. Ball in the hands of Bowling, knocked out of bounds again. Richmond Heights not hesitant to try and grab the rock away.
Yeah.
Stengel gets back in, looking to help out in this final 9 seconds. Coach Kramer, he's using this time. He's getting very vocal about this. And now they're back up into the backcourt. Tough inbound right now for Bowling. Gets it to Cook. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Ball in the hands of Bowling. Nowhere to pass it. Desperation shot for Minnie. Way too high, way away. And Coach Kramer not pleased. He felt like he set that up well and Cook panicked a little bit. But 1 quarter into this one, I will say, Denny, all I ever ask on a broadcast is a good game. 21-20 is the score after 1. These offenses booming.
Yeah, and this is a confidence builder. You know, everyone thinks that Richmond Heights is going to win this game. Really, Central doesn't have a chance. Well, most of us know that's not true.
Yeah.
But if you get to this point and you keep building confidence, I mean, all you ask is, I want to be in the fourth quarter with a chance to win it.
Yeah, great point. You just want that signifier, hey, first quarter, guys, we're winning. We played better. We missed a couple opportunities. Grab the opportunities, play the same, and let's keep this going. 21-20, the first quarter score. Real quick, partner, our leading scores from both teams.
Well, I thought it was Dorian Jones. Let me look at Joey Emery with 5.
Okay, for Richmond Heights.
Malik Ansbury actually with 6. Luke Vikowski with 7.
Love to see it. We got a terrific matchup so far at 21-20. What did you see from Central, Denny, that you liked?
One, offensive rebounds. They've done a good job of at least getting on the boards. And they haven't gotten beat back in transition. And I think that's one of the keys that Central has to do is immediately get back in transition because, as you can see, Richmond Heights looks to run it every single time.
As predicted, the Spartans rolling with the same 5 for the whole game so far. The Crusaders will get Stengel back in there, but they'll also keep Jake Bowling and Tyler Cook with the Volosky brothers. Actually, they'll have Minnie in there instead of Lance right now. Luke will bring it up the floor for Central after a missed 3. He'll do another floater. That one looked good but fell off. And here comes Richmond Heights. This is where they capitalize well. Ansbury thought about a 3. The crowd thought he traveled. Going to work. Step back. Tough three-pointer. Way off. Damaris Winters was well covered by Cook. Good defense by Central in transition. 21-20 is the score. Central Catholic in what is basically a home game at Canton Memorial Fieldhouse. Ball in the hands of the point guard, Minnie. Dylan Minnie ducks inside, kicks it to the outside. A 3-ball attempt for Bowling will land perfectly. Rattled just a little bit, but fell through. And Jake Bowling making the difference. Way to redeem himself. Tough play at the end of that first quarter. He gets going here in the second. It's a 4-point Central lead, up 24-20. Makai Ansbury, he'll knock that one down on Jonathan Stengel, this time from the right corner. But Ansbury, like you said, Denny, that's an open shot for him today multiple times.
Yeah, he's knocked down 3 of them.
Minnie under pressure on the other end of the floor, but it will stay with Central. I feel like that's starting to be a theme, too, here, that Central's going to get it knocked away and knocked out of bounds a couple of times in these tough moments, especially with the backcourt defense.
Right.
Props to the Spartans on that. Minnie will bring it up for the Crusaders. A 1-point lead right now for Central. They're really utilizing this entire team. I feel like everybody's had their moment so far. Olowski, kick to the corner. It'll be Minnie kicking for Bowling.
That's
2 in
good.
a row.
Ooh,
Couldn't get it.
Good.
Stengel battles for the rebound, chucks it up. No bucket, but he was fouled. Good hustle by Jonathan Stengel. And I think Richmond Heights just met Jonathan Stengel, the offensive lineman.
Yeah.
As he threw some elbows, he threw some arms, grabbed that rebound, got thrown to the ground, but threw it up and in, kept good balance. No bucket. It'll stay 24-23. Looks like we got nobody to mop the floor here.
No.
The players are on it.
That happened in the first game as well.
Six minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Central, a 24-23 lead. Lance Volosky back in the game for Central. He'll give it to his brother Luke. On the upper right side, drives in, kicks it to his brother Lance. He cans a 3 from the right wing. Brother to brother, back and forth, give and go, and finally a bucket. You'll love to see it. Back in front by 4, inside, Ansbury takes advantage. Now they're paying attention to him at that 3-point line, and Ansbury ducked it inside for an easy 2. Central working quickly here. The brothers going back and forth again. Lost the dribble out of bounds. Luke dove for it but couldn't save it. 2-point game, 27-25, 5:34 remaining in the second quarter. Billy Beebe, Denny Kincaid with you. Kent McKinley Memorial Fieldhouse, Canton, Ohio. Excited to bring you this regional semifinal. Both of these teams district champions. That one rolls off for Ansbury, who continues to shoot it with no mind to how many he's missed. He misses there, and it's still 27-25. Central sporting their dark green jerseys with white lettering. A bucket. Lance Wolofsky slides inside and got it. So it's a 4-point Central lead. Richmond Heights, they get a quick bucket on the other end. Joey Emery drives it inside and floats it just in front of the circle. Good back and forth. 4:44 before halftime. Here comes Central. Easton Miller knocks his man down, turns, shoots it, missed it. Battle for the ball, and looks like it's going to stay with Central.
Yeah, who'd they call the foul on? It's going to be the question.
And that one going to be called on De'Eric Barber Jr.
De'Eric Barber Jr., his first personal foul.
Central catches a break there. Good move by Miller, a little bit of physicality involved. Dump down low to Cook, he'll turn, he got swatted and a whistle to go with it. So Central, they've done a good job, Denny, when they get these extra possessions, whether it be by rebound or whistle. They've been using that to get a bucket to go with it.
Absolutely.
It's a 2-point game. Richmond Heights certainly favored in this regional semifinal. The winner of this game will play Lutheran East on Saturday, same location. First one good for Tyler Cook, who's going to shoot two. Cook, junior power forward, he'll have a big role next year.
Yes, he will. He's had a good second half to the season.
Both of them are going to go. A 4-point lead comes back for Central. 4:20 to go in the second quarter. Inside, dashing to the basket, the roll, and the points for De'Eric Barber Jr. And again, the Spartans, it's the same 5 they've rolled with this whole game so far. They're well-conditioned and making the most of it. Nice fake out for Wolofsky as he rolled inside. This is Luke. And he'll shoot 2 coming up.
And the foul goes against Mekhi Asbury, his first, team foul number 5, so which is great for Central. From this point on, it's double bonus.
Tune in with us tomorrow, 1480 WHBC, WHBC.com. We'll have a 5 o'clock tip-off for Perry and Harding from the Jar Arena as Luke misses his first one for the Crusaders. So they'll stay at a 2-point lead. Second one's going to go. So it's back to a 3-point lead. And I'll ask my bracket tracker here, Denny, who would the Panthers be looking at the winner? Do you know which game? A lot to track this year.
Not at the moment.
Let's get back to this game as that 3-pointer's missed. 3-point game. Lance Wolofsky makes it a 6-point game. Knocks one down from the left wing. And if you haven't heard the Wolofsky name enough, get comfortable. These two are cooking early. 35-29, largest lead of the day for Central. And a 4-point play coming up for Richmond Heights on the other end. De'Eric Barber got knocked down and can the 3. I will say, Denny, he has taken that shot and made that fall a few times today.
I know.
Finally gets the whistle.
So the foul goes against Luke Wolofsky. That's his first.
Got it. So a 4-point play there to kind of kill Central's momentum a little bit. 35-33, backcourt pressure from the Spartans.
So break.
Central throws it away. Good thing we're up here. That one banged into the media table. And ball goes back to the Spartans. So what was a 6-point lead could quickly become a tie game.
Yeah, all in 2 possessions.
Ansbury goes back to Barber. He'll drive, he'll tie it. 35-35, 6 points in a row for De'Eric Barber Jr. A 4-point play and an easy drive to the basket. We are tied at 35 with 3 minutes to go until halftime. Battle for the ball on that left corner. Cook, kick, corner, Bowling. Tough 2-ball. He cans it. That's the closest you could get to a 3 without it being a 3. Long range 2 goes, so Central's back in front. 37-32. Ansbury drawing a foul just in front of the free throw line.
See who they give it to. It's either going to be Bowling or Cook. And it was Jake Bowling. Yep, he picks up his second.
And Coach Kramer, after that play, more concerned with his team than the referees on that call, which is a refreshing change of pace as we usually see the coaches dash to the referees to discuss. So he wants his team to adapt, not the referees.
Right. Well, I mean, that's what you have to do.
Pretty good day for Ansbury. Continues with that first free throw. Second one not going to go, so it stays a 1-point game at 37-36. Minnie looking to get past half court, finally does through Easton Miller. Vlolowski room to shoot, it's Lance. He'll go to Minnie, he'll go to Luke Vlolowski. Luke V dribbling, back to Minnie. 2:15 before halftime. On the left wing, it's Dylan Minnie. Picked up by Ansbury. Central moving it well right now, but Richmond Heights does a good job tipping it away. Easton Miller will pop a 3. Couldn't get it. Here come the Spartans. 2 minutes to try and take the lead. Central up 37-36. I don't know. I think the hot hand right now is De'Eric Barber, who holds the ball. Ansbury also has shot it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily at an efficient rate, Denny, but he's knocked down enough shots to make him a threat. The pump fake, the long-range 2-ball, drained it. Damaris Winter Jr.'s pumped him out, jumped in front of the line, and knocked it down. That will give Richmond Heights their first lead in a while, probably going back to the first quarter. And it is 38-37 Spartans. What have you noticed on this little run for Richmond Heights?
Well, they've done a good job of passing the ball around the perimeter. And then what happens is one defender has to fall asleep, and then they backdoor cut, and you've seen good points around the rim. Plus, have you seen that the mid-range shots for Richmond Heights are starting to fall in as well. So, I mean, right now, I think Central made a change from playing a 2-3 zone to more of a man, somewhat of a matchup zone. And that's where we've seen the perimeter shooting do a better job.
We had Ignatius leading Eds early. We'll check in on a score there here in just a second. That'll determine who McKinley plays on Saturday. Meanwhile, back to this one, 1:20 before halftime. Central needing to get that lead back. The sidestep, Easton Miller misses the easy layup. Second chance opportunity not there either. Very uncharacteristic for the Crusaders not to take advantage of another shot. 3-ball on the other end, drops for the Spartans. Dorian Jones knocks it down. Their largest lead of the day at 4, 41-37. Central looking to get back on the scoreboard. They'll go to Lance Vlolowski. Air ball from the 3 corner. That one off, but a foul. So again, Central's getting second chance opportunities. However, we witnessed something we don't normally see in Lance Wolofsky airballing a three from the corner. It'll be Cook line to shoot for Central.
And that last foul went to Damaris Winters Jr., who picked up his third.
Truly is a stop the bleeding situation as Cook knocks down that first one. If I'm not mistaken, I think that was a 10-0 run for Richmond Heights to get a 4-point lead there.
I will let you know in a minute.
Second one's going to go. I thought it was 37-31, but that's why we have our great stat guys to keep us in line. Both free throws go, so back to a 2-point game. Richmond Heights, ball in the hands of De'Eric Barber Jr. He'll quickly give it off to Joey Emery. Emery's been dangerous close to the hoop.
That was an 8-0 run.
Thank you. 18 seconds before halftime. Spartans going to take their time. Emery holds it. Gets it back to Barber. Closely guarded by Luke Wolofsky. Kick to the corner. Kick back up top. Over to the other corner. It's the left corner. A dagger before halftime. First time today I've seen AJ Audio, and he knocks down a three to give Richmond Heights a 5-point lead at 44-39 just before halftime. What a sequence there.
Yeah, you want to talk about ball movement. That was very good, and it gave Audio a clean look at a three.
Everybody touched it there for the Spartans, including their six-man. First time today we'd really seen him try something. We're going to go to a quick break. We have just a 10-minute halftime, so when we come back, Denny will run us through all the stats again. At half, Richmond Heights 44, Central 39.
Altman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Altman is always here for you.
It's go time, and Bell Stores is your go-to place for convenient, on-the-go food options for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snacks. Donuts, breakfast sandwiches, salads, subs, pizza, and chicken. Easy, convenient, and fresh. You'll love Bell Store's clean, friendly environment. You'll find great savings on specials throughout the store. Download our Bell Buddy app to save even more. Bell Stores, keeping the family on full.
Back here at Canton McKinley Memorial Fieldhouse, the score, Richmond Heights dashing back towards the end of the quarter to take a 44-39 lead over Central. We're going to go through all the stats that led to this one. My first question, Denny, I want to ask right away. Did we have one timeout? Is that right?
One timeout the entire game so far, yeah.
Unbelievable. I thought we went to commercial. I thought, I don't think we've gone to commercial yet, which means not many timeouts.
Richmond called it. It was late in the second quarter that they actually called it.
So 44-39 is the score. Central actually led most of the first half, but Denny, break down the stats for us in this one.
Central from the floor tonight, they're 17 of 26 for 65%. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was the wrong one. Let's do this way. Central, 14 of 28 for 50%. Richmond Heights, 17 of 26 for 65%. Behind the arc, this is where Richmond's really doing damage. 8 of 14 for 57%. Central, 4 of 9 for 44%. And in most games, that would be pretty good first half, but
no doubt.
Yeah, you can't let Richmond Heights get clean looks. At the free throw line, Richmond Heights 2 of 3 for 67%. Central Catholic keep them in this ball game. They're 7 of 9 for 78%. Rebounding, actually, when you look at it, 16 rebounds for Central Catholic, 4 of them on the offensive side. Richmond Heights, they have 9 rebounds. How many offensive rebounds do you think they have? A whopping
5?
1. No, 1.
1.
Have 1. Yeah.
Been that kind of game.
One of the things that we have noticed, Richmond, when the ball is shot, most of them do not. It's like NBA basketball. No one goes to get a rebound. So, maybe a long rebound. I'm not sure when that happened, but interesting. Turnovers in the ball game, very clean game book. Central with 4 and Richmond Heights with 3. So, speaking of lead changes, we've had 5 lead changes in the game. The game's been tied 4 different times. Central's largest lead was 6, and Richmond Heights' largest lead was 5. Individually in the ball game, we'll start with Richmond Heights. They have 2 guys in double figures. Mackay Ansbury, 12 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 6 behind the arc, 1 of 2 at the line, 3 rebounds. And Derek Barber Jr., 10 points, 4 of 5 from the field, 1 of 1 behind the arc, 1 of 1 from the line, and a rebound. Damaris Winters, 7 points, 3 of 5 from the field, 1 of 1 behind the arc. AJ Audio, 3 points, 1 of 1 from the field. That was that buzzer beater to end the first half. And then Dorian Jones, who is going to Ohio State, by the way, the 6'5" all-everything, 5 points. They really have kept him in check for most of the game. 2 of 2 from the field, 1 of 1 behind the arc. He's got 3 rebounds. And then rounding it out for Richmond Heights, Joey Emery, 7 points, 3 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 behind the arc. For Central Catholic, 1 guy in double figures at the moment. That is Lance Belowski, 10 points, 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 4 behind the arc, couple rebounds. Luke Belowski, 8 points and 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 behind the arc, 1 of 1 from the line, 3 rebounds. Also scoring for the Crusaders, Jake Bolin with 5 points, 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 behind the arc. Tyler Cook, 4 points. And let's see how he earned those 4 points. He was actually at the free throw line. 4 of 4 from the line, a couple rebounds. Easton Miller, 5 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds. And Will Miner with 3 points, 1 of 1 from the field, 1 of 1 from the line. He's got a rebound. And then rounding it out for Central Catholic, Jonathan Stengel, 4 points, 2 of 4 from the field, 2 rebounds, and his damage was all done relatively early in the first quarter. And I think they need to get back into finding ways to get Stengel the ball in the paint, let him use his big body to try to muscle in some shots. And then, they have Will Miner who can do that as well, coming off the bench to, give Stengel a break. So I think the 2 big guys are probably really need to have a presence in the second half to keep Central in the ball game. Right now, they don't have an answer for the passing of the crisp offensive set that they can run and get. It's either a 3 or something at the rim.
Yep.
They had a little bit of a run with the mid-range shooting, but their points are all been right there.
And really crazy to have this feeling heading into halftime, Denny, as we've got 2 minutes before we get back at it. Between Richmond Heights and Canton Central Catholic, 44-39 is the score. Spartans lead it here in the regional semifinal. We're down to just 16 teams in each division. We're tracking Division 5 with this game right here. You felt good about Central, right? They had played really well. They had led most of the game. They controlled things. They built a max 6-point lead. You felt great about that. And an 8-0 run quickly for Richmond Heights changed everything.
Yeah, it did.
1:30 before we get back at it. Denny gave you all the stats. We do want to update you. Canton McKinley will play Saturday for a trip to the Final Four for a regional title. It was just concluded. St. Ignatius, for the third time this season, may I add, defeats St. Ed's 73-49. So the Bulldogs are going to have their hands full. The final of that first matchup, I believe, was 96-69 between those two teams.
Wow.
So McKinley's going to have their hands full. However, sometimes, Denny, you got that first look. You know what they're going to be like that second time around.
Exactly.
Could be different. That will be Saturday, 7 p.m., Kent State. Am I right? Hold me accountable.
Yep.
All right.
100% accurate.
I tracked that one okay. There's many more I plan to get wrong just due to so much happening right now, which is a good thing, I will say, because all these games, times, dates, locations, matchups just means there's plenty of Stark County teams left.
Yeah, exactly. And we like doing it.
And again, tomorrow night, 1480 WHBC and WHBC.com. We've got Perry and Harding. That's from the Akron Jar Arena. 5 p.m. tip-off. 5 p.m. tip-off. Get off work, get in the car, flip on 1480 WHBC, and we'll bring you some basketball then. We'll bring you some basketball right now. 44-39 to open up the second half. The Crusaders needing to get back on track to open up here.
It looks like we have the starters all back on the floor for the start of this second half.
Central will go with Minnie, Easton Miller, Luke and Lance Lovlowski, and Jonathan Stengel. Richmond Heights, Makai Ansberry, De'Eric Barber Jr., Demarius Winters Jr., Dorian Jones, and Joey Emery. Central Catholic in their dark green jerseys, maybe even black at this point. I think they are black.
I know. I think they are too. I think when we did the Aquinas game, I think they wore these jerseys.
Got white lettering, and Richmond Heights will wear their white jerseys with blue lettering and numbers. Mini controls. They're heading down the right end of the floor now. That one almost thrown away, collected by Lance V. He'll drive inside. Stengel blocked his way. Enough to get it back to the outside to Minnie. Richmond Heights refueled after a break at halftime. They are pesky on defense to start. Easton Miller, he'd love to get back on track offensively. Missed a couple shots, but it is Luke Vloglovsky pitching one up and not hitting from a deep three-ball perspective. Here come the Spartans. It's a 4-on-3. It's a kick. It's an open three, but it doesn't drop. Good try there by Joey Emery. So Central looking to get back in control. Kick to the corner. Lance V for three. Knocked it down from the right wing. His brother Luke kicked it to him on a drive, and Lance cans it, cutting it down to a 2-point game. Duck inside. Ansberry constantly gets this one-on-one with Jonathan Stengel.
Yeah, he's going to win that battle every single time.
And Stengel no longer letting him shoot the three, so he took advantage. Central takes a three on the other end. They miss. 46-42 is the score. Here come the Spartans. They've been great in transition today. That's their bread and butter. Aggressive drive for Barber. Aggressive three for Ansberry that he knocks down in the face of Stengel. So Stengel stepping up to guard some three balls. Ansberry driving on him and shooting him. Doesn't care.
Ansberry with 17.
49-42 is the score. Largest lead of the day for Richmond Heights at 7. 6 minutes to go in the third. Lance gets inside. No bucket. He got tripped up on the way. I think that one's going to be on Derek Barber. And quickly, Coach Kramer going to mix things up. No good to Tyler Cook here.
They gave the foul to Dorian Jones.
He'll sacrifice Stengel's offense for the defense. He was sick of seeing his big man get beat. Stengel will sit. Cook has entered the game. He'll try a spin move, but has to kick it back out to Luke V. And another foul on Richmond Heights. They're blocking that lane very physically.
Yeah, Joey Emery, though, he picked up his third, team second for Richmond Heights.
7-point game. Richmond Heights, 49-42 is the score. Inbound to Easton Miller. Couldn't get the easy floater. Tough day offensively for Easton. Thrown away by Central. Other end of the floor, Ansbury lays it in. He's got 19. Richmond Heights has a 9-point lead, 51-42. Central begging for offense, and Kramer calls a timeout. Coach Kramer needs to regroup right now as his team is no longer getting the easy stuff. And we talked about Easton Miller earlier. He's found a way to fit in, Denny, and make his mark, but really since halfway through the second quarter, struggling a little bit offensively.
Yeah, you know, I know the floater is always a great shot to have, but I'm old school. I say use the glass. You have a better chance of hitting that shot, especially that close to the rim and being challenged. But, you know, the thing that Dorian Jones or Mekhi Ansbury, there's got to be an answer for him somewhere.
Yeah.
And Central needs to find it fairly soon.
It's a great point there. That is what they need right now. Think about the floater also. I personally think it's for smaller guards. It's for them to get it over big men and get it up quickly. Guys with longer arms takes them longer. It's harder to pinpoint. They don't always have that touch. Miller has great length and just missed that one. Back out on the floor for Central, looking to stop the bleeding, down 51-42. Largest lead of the day for Richmond Heights, up 9. We'll get a half a floater. That's 2 arms, and Luke Blakowski miss it. A third chance right now for Central. Luke, step back 3, faked his man out. Short, tipped again to Luke. This time he'll take the layup and take the bucket. Central finally settles for the easy stuff. Goes nice and easy at the glass and got it. 5 minutes to go in the third. 51-44. Richmond Heights with the lead and the ball. Ball in the hands of the leading scorer for both teams today, Mekhi Ansbury. Drives, foul baits. Ball thrown back inbounds after it was saved, and an easy bucket for Joey Emery. Central got trapped after getting the rebound, and it cost him a possession and a point. Back up 9. Wolofsky tosses it up. No whistle. He got grabbed on the hips as he threw it up. But the refs had a tough angle. No call. And the Spartans going to get an opportunity here, Denny, to build that lead even larger. Already up 9. Central trying to hang in there. Right now it's all about defense. The duck inside. Derek Barber tosses it up. No luck. Central gets a nice rebound. Almost had a double dribble there. Luke kicks it down low to Cook. Duck inside. Miller gets a bucket. Dash into the basket. Nice cut. And hopefully that gets both Easton Miller and the Crusaders back on track. Barber thought about a 3. He'll drive. He traveled. Central gets it back down to 7, 53-46, 3:55 left in the third quarter. This may be a little bit of a momentum swing.
Yep.
We'll see what the Crusaders do with it.
Need to answer.
They had it back down to 2 to start the quarter. They let Richmond Heights build it back up to 9. And right now they're struggling even to get it past half court. Wolofsky sees the man he wants to get to. It's his brother Lance for 3. Just short. Ball pinballed around, and Richmond Heights found it. Barber on the other end, spins, kicks. Here's the transition offense. Ansbury, yes, for three. Makai Ansbury took him a while to get warmed up, but he is an absolute threat right now for the Spartans.
He's got 22.
Surveying the floor, no one there, taking a three. Bowling missed it. Central's in trouble, down 10. And a foul to go along with the three. Damaris Winters Jr. chucked one up and gets the call. It was Easton Miller closing out. An already 10-point lead could become 13 for Richmond Heights.
That's Easton Miller's first, but it's going to send Jones to the line shooting three.
Miller, a 6'3 senior. Coach Kramer found his do-it-all guy last year and gave him that starting spot. First one good. Second one good. Damaris Winters Jr., he's had a pretty quiet but good day for the Spartans. He's got 2 of 3 so far as he steps back up. 3:13 remaining in the quarter. Richmond Heights up 12, could be 13. Yes, it is.
It is.
59-46 is the score. Now Central, if they're already not exhausted enough, they catch a backcourt press. Polovsky, it's Lance, in trouble in the backcourt, gets it to Bowling. Looking to drive to the hole. Richmond Heights, great defense as Luke chucks up a prayer for three, rolls away, here come the Spartans. Kick to the corner, Barber, that's a three ball. Not gonna go, tipped around, tipped out of bounds. It'll be with Central. And this is a moment right now, Denny, make it happen now or fold your season. 13-point lead for Richmond Heights of 59-46. Bowling controls it. The Spartans have stepped up their perimeter defense. They're not allowing any easy threes. As that one rolling all around the hoop and going in. Timeout, Coach Kramer. They do get a bucket from Luke Polovsky. 59-48 is the score with 2:27 left here in the third quarter. Partner, thoughts on this little run for Richmond Heights?
Well, I think the speed and the athleticism of Richmond Heights is starting to wear down Central a little bit. I mean, you know, you saw them put that little half full court press, and that really, you know, it took a lot of work for Central to get it over to the timeline. Even then, they took a three that they didn't hit, long rebound out to Richmond Heights, and they were off to the races. So, you know, the speed of Richmond Heights is definitely hurting Central Catholic at this point.
A 9-point lead for the Spartans. And a good breakdown of the run Richmond Heights is on from our Denny Kincaid. You're listening on WHBCSports.com. Tomorrow you can listen on 1480 WHBC or WHBC.com to Perry and Hart. 5 o'clock tip-off on the radio or online. Central Catholic looking for a stop as the Spartans look to get back up 13. They're up 11. Kick to the corner. That one finally not dropping for the hot hand, Makai Ansbury. Almost made it a 14-point game. Lance Polovsky, he can't hit a three. And Spartans are so good off the miss, dashing back down the floor. You had Damaris Winters Jr. roasting for a three over here before it was even off the rim. Three ball rolling off. Central's catching some breaks. They need to score while Richmond Heights misses. Again, good perimeter defense for the Spartans right now. I feel like that's the biggest second half difference. Ball loose on the floor. Here come the Spartans. They found it in the hands of Derek Barber. Drive inside, underhand, got it. Scooped it in. 1:10 before half, 61-48. Another three, that not gonna go for Luke Lolovsky. The three-point percentage has dropped along with the attempts not going in. Luke up ahead to Easton Miller, looking for the bucket, drives, kicks to Lance, right corner. Now we'll take the right wing, way short. Miller up, missed it. Third chance, missed it. Central's offense has died off in this quarter. 13-point lead for Richmond Heights. They'll try and kill the clock here. We've got 30 before we head to the fourth. Central stressed on the bench. They're stressed on the floor.
Yeah.
Only guy who surprisingly is not stressed, Coach Kramer, giving his team some encouragement. His words during this break will be key. Ball in the hands of Joey Emery, taking his time. 8 seconds to go. Inside, no whistle, but he got the bucket. Ball up ahead quickly to Lance. Loose on the floor and out of time. Central thought they had something. What they got is a problem. 63-48. Richmond Heights controls that third quarter, and it earned them a 15-point lead. We're going to go to break. When we come back, we'll see if the Crusaders can save their season down 63-48 as we head to the fourth.
Sarshone Auto Group is Ohio's fastest growing automotive group with 6 locations in Northeast Ohio, featuring top brands like Chevy, Ford, Ram, Jeep, Dodge, and more. Experience the fast, friendly, no-pressure approach to car buying that makes Sarshone truly different. Visit Sarshone today or see the selection of thousands of new and used vehicles at sarshone.com. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
AA Hammersmith Insurance Agency, with offices in Massillon and Alliance, and online at aahammersmith.com.
Back here at Canton Memorial Fieldhouse to begin the fourth quarter. The score, 63-48, Richmond Heights. I don't know what stats you can give us exactly, Denny, but they dominated that third quarter to build a 15-point lead.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they outscored them 19-9 in that quarter to really get out to this, 13, 14-point lead.
8 minutes to save their season. Let's see if Central can do it. Right away, it looks like Richmond Heights just wants to play keep away.
Yeah, and Central looks like they're going to play a little bit of a 1-3-1 zone.
3-ball from the right wing. Bangs off the rim. That one not going to fall for Damaris Winters Jr. Central has gone about 9 guys deep as we get an offensive foul on the right side of the court. It was on Luke Glowowski.
Yeah, or no, Lance, I think.
Lance, one of the brothers.
Yep.
Going to get called for it there, and
he picked up his first.
As predicted, the Spartans have gone with their starting 5 most of the game, and a little bit, just a tiny bit, of audio as he knocked down a 3 before halftime. 6 players, 5 guys have played most of the game. Finished with 32 minutes. I'd say the starters played a heavy 31 and a half.
Yeah.
Another 3. That one drops. Wide open. Dorian Jones cans it. 18-point lead for Richmond Heights as they are really rolling away. 7 minutes to play. Central pushed the three-pointer in that last quarter, and it really dropped their percentage.
Yeah.
They'll continue to do so as Volovsky knocks it down. Tough one for Luke, but I think we can agree, Denny, it was desperately needed.
It was, but here we go again.
Other end of the floor. Richmond Heights can't find it. Central, any points will help right now. Easton Miller in and out for 3 on the right corner. 6:20 to play. 66-51 is the score. Billy Beebe, Denny Kincaid bringing you regional semifinal action on WHBCSports.com. Another three made. Dorian Jones cans it. The lead back up to 18 with 6 minutes to go. Bowling, easy bucket, not so easy. Missed it, bobbled it, dropped it, back to the Spartans. And this crowd has gone very quiet. Terrific support tonight.
Yeah,
from the Central crowd.
Good crowd here tonight. There was even a louder crowd in the first game.
Yeah, the Norwing crowd
gosh,
was ridiculous tonight. Props to them as they hung in there with Lutheran East all night. 69-51 is the score, 5:30 to play. Another three for Ansbury. That one not going to go. Tipped around and Easton Miller found it. An 18-point lead for Richmond Heights. They built most of it in the third quarter. The Spartans playing with a little extra swagger right now. A goofy play as the ball's being knocked all around. It will stay with Central. Nobody could hold on to it.
Yeah. You know, earlier in the game, those are the types of 50-50 balls you have to win.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, I'm not sure if that's going to help a lot.
Third quarter seemed to come down to shot making.
Yeah, it did.
As, the Spartans built that larger lead.
Well, the little run that they had at the end of the first half and then the third quarter, really, that's how they built this 18-point lead.
18-point lead, it stands 69-51. 5:06 to go. We had a foul on the floor. So Richmond Heights right now. There'll be a break for Damaris Winters Jr. As we said, AJ Audio, the only other sub to play right now. He gets in there. And to be honest, the Spartans don't have many other options.
No, they don't.
And they're listed about 10 deep on this roster. I think they only brought 8. So Barber, kick to the corner. Another three-point attempt for Emory. That one doesn't fall. We're down under 5 minutes, 4:45 to play. Central, they're going to find some clean shots if they can here. Instead, they get it taken away. Pass down low was knocked away. Ansbury to Audio. Three ball in the face of Wolofsky. Drops again. Dorian Jones all of a sudden decides he's going to shoot a bunch. And they're feeding him while he does so. 72-51 is the score.
That might be the reason why he's headed to Ohio State.
Really impressive stuff from Dorian Jones. You talk about Ohio State. Sonny Johnson, Garfield Heights, he'll be going to Ohio State. Good to see, Denny, that Coach Diebler pressing the local guys to get them back. That tells me two things. We're getting local guys to Ohio State, which you love to see, and Coach Diebler not going to use the transfer portal as a crutch. He's going to get local guys and build them up.
Yeah, and you know, when we talk about local guys, what about Coach Young at Walsh? I mean, what did he got?
Stark County.
So all Stark County kids. He's got Monterubio coming in. I believe Luke Velosky's going there. The big kid from Louisville. I should know that name by now.
Well, so, if we're doing local colleges taking Stark County guys.
Oh, absolutely.
We're going to Alliance, Ohio, Mount Union.
No, I'm not going there. But yes, you're right. There's another one.
Coach Fueline, and I will say, he has not always done this. To 51. Another missed shot for the Crusaders, back to the other end of the floor. Chance Heiser from Lake as Central finds a three ball there. He's over at Mount Union. You also get Elijah Farrington from Massillon.
From Massillon.
J.J. Mucci from Glen Oak.
Yep.
has set up shop over there. Jack Davis from Glen Oak. Jonah McCartney from Hoover. Michael Skioridis from Maslin.
Forgot about him.
That. Jarrett Taylor from Green.
Yep.
Christian Parker was a Glen Oak product.
And Cam Wheatley's going there from Jackson.
There you go. So, Coach, fuel line dipping in.
I know. I like it when they recruit Stark County kids.
And surprising, too, Denny, because Coach Fuel Line, a former Jackson coach, so when I was at Mount Union way back when.
Oh, yeah.
Not many Stark County guys, honestly. I think he might have had one. Central trying to bring this lead down a little bit, finish their season strong. Easton Miller will hoist a 3. Missed it. 72-54 is the score. The Richmond Heights Spartans dominating the end of the second, the whole third, and now we head to the fourth. They're just trying to run it out. We will highlight the seniors for Central before we give you final stats and send you on your way. 3 ball, rimming off. Jaden Johnson finally getting some playing time.
Yeah.
And it actually dropped.
Yeah. He's got 17 now.
Excuse me, that was Dorian Jones knocking down another.
Yep.
Jones, good length, good size, and a good shot. That'll get you to Ohio State.
And
Coach Kramer keeping that energy. He's going to coach to the end here.
Yeah.
No Jonathan Stengel in this fourth quarter. We saw him get chopped up a little bit on defense in that third. Coach Kramer had no choice but to go smaller. 2:34 remaining. Richmond Heights, 21-point lead over Central. Crusaders looking to finish strong here as Lance drives inside. And again, we got a lot more basketball coverage coming up for you tomorrow from the Akron Jar Arena. Perry and Harding, 5 p.m. tip-off, 1480 WHBC, WHBC.com. That's one there. Saturday, we're looking to do 2 games. We're going to figure that out at some point, what game, when, where, how you can listen. But we know Louisville will play at 1 o'clock in Columbus. And we know McKinley will now play at 7 o'clock at Kent. So good time to follow WHBC on social media to stay updated on those.
Yeah. Or, better yet, go out to the games, too.
Yeah, love that. I mean,
go to the game and listen to us on the little transistor radio or on your smartphone nowadays.
That's always the best. I love meeting people around town and they say, yeah, I go to the games and plug my earphones in.
Yep.
2:20 remaining. Volovsky knocked down both his free throws. Jones couldn't knock down another 3. It rims off. Central battling here for the final 2 minutes. Stengel back into the game now for the Crusaders. Down low, battling for a bucket. Knocked around, now battling for the ball. And they'll call him for a foul, no jump ball. So Stengel on his way to Miami of Ohio as a 3-star offensive lineman. I would say 6'9", 320.
I have to share my favorite Jonathan Stengel story. It was last year, district championship game down, I think where it was at Niles McKinley High School. I'm not sure who they were playing, but the guard came down the lane, and Jonathan Stengel took the charge. The only thing is Jonathan Stengel never moved. The guy hit Jonathan's body, and he flew back about 10 feet and got called for the foul. Not very often do you see plays like it. It was hilarious.
Absolutely not. The big man had quite a basketball career. Of course, he was on our all-county team for his junior and senior season.
Yeah. You know,
Easton Miller, he'll check out right now for the Crusaders. He's done.
Yep.
He'll give his coaches some hugs as he finishes his career strong. And again, he's solidified himself as an important piece these past 2 years for Coach Kramer. Rest of the group will stay out there. A little bit of time here for Joey Meyer, the junior. Really not that many seniors for Coach Kramer, so he'll get to try and regroup next season with some new names. We're also getting Braylon Tabellion playing a little bit here. Spartans pick it off again. Final minute coming up, 75-56. Richmond Heights leads it. They will move on Saturday to play Lutheran East here at the field house. Shout out the Canton McKinley group, making everything happen in their athletic department. And I will remind you, we learned this in football, it's true in basketball, there's really no benefit to the high school for hosting these. They said there's close to no profit.
None.
You need volunteers.
Yes.
People's time, people's energy. So we always want to give credit to schools that get out there and do it anyway. Football specifically, past couple of years, we've had some Stark County schools step up and host when they didn't necessarily have to.
Right. No, kudos to the booster clubs that go out and help, all the volunteers, like you said.
More starters. Starters going out for Central. Luke Wolofsky, he's done. Jonathan Stengel will check out. He's done. You'll get brother Lance one more season next year. So you kind of like the talent Central can trot out next season.
Yeah. A little bit of size with Minor. So
Dylan Minnie still bringing up the floor. That's stolen away. Actually, that's bowling. And a jam missed, actually, for
Jones.
Jones. Thought he was going to get a highlight package there. Kick, Cook, 3-ball. Knocks it down. Central not going away quietly. Final 20 seconds. And after all that, the Spartans may just want to hold it and go
just
on.
Don't foul. Just stay there.
Clock ticks down. That's it. A regional semifinal was as far as the Crusaders could take it. A terrific season from Central. Again, 3 straight district titles. And the final, Richmond Heights 77, Central 59. Congratulations to Canton Central Catholic as they finish out their season. A lot of great seniors on that team concluding their careers. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Denny will get us the stats. All again, preview what games we have coming up. WHBCSports.com. We'll be right back with you.
Peace of mind. It's one of the most important benefits that we can offer at Friends and Family Credit Union. Welcome to Family Secure Checking. It offers unrivaled security to protect your everyday finances and purchases, as well as comprehensive identity theft protection and reimbursement coverage, credit file monitoring, benefits for travel, shopping rewards, and cell phone protection that includes repair or replacement for up to 4 phones on your cell phone plan. It's time to bring a friend into the family.
Back here at Canton Memorial Fieldhouse, Billy Beebe, Denny Kincaid with you. Tough finish for the Crusaders. Their season ends with Richmond Heights winning at 77-59. Want to congratulate the seniors for the Crusaders. Obviously really exciting there. Denny, take us through the stats in this one as we wrap up.
Richmond Heights from the field tonight, they were 28 of 53 for 53%. Central, 21 of 55 for 38%. Behind the arc, Richmond Heights, 14 of 30 for 47%. Central wasn't much shy. They were 8 of 26 for 31%. So we're talking 56 three-point shots taken in this game today. Free throw line, Richmond Heights, 7 of 8, and Central Catholic, 9 of 11. One thing Central did very well was rebound the basketball. They had 36 rebounds to just 25 for Richmond Heights. And Richmond Heights still, by the time this was all said and done, 1 offensive rebound put back. So that's a good thing to hang your hat on and build upon for next year. turnovers in the ball game. Richmond Heights with just 4, Central Catholic with 9. How did we get here? At the half, it was Richmond Heights with a 5-point lead, 44-39. In the third quarter, it was Richmond Heights the whole way, 19 points to 9 for Central. Richmond led 63-48 going into the fourth. And in the fourth period, Richmond outscored Central 14-11 to give us that 77-59 victory. Now, all this stuff was really done in the first half. 5 lead changes. Game was tied 4 different times. Central's largest lead was 6. And Richmond's largest lead came late in the game, 21. The run of scoring for Central was 6, and Richmond Heights had an 8-0 run. Let's look individually in the ball game. We'll start with Central. They had 2 guys in double figures, no surprise. Luke Velosky, 18 points tonight, 7 of 8 from the field, 3 of 11 behind the arc, 1 of 1 from the line. He had 7 rebounds. Lance Velosky, 15 points, 5 of 13 from the field, 3 of 8 behind the arc, 2 of 2 from the line, 4 rebounds. Also scoring for the Crusaders, Jake Bowling, 5 points, 2 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 behind the arc with a rebound. Tyler Cook, 7 points, 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 1 behind the arc, 4 of 4 from the line, 3 rebounds. Easton Miller, 7 points, 3 of 9 from the field. Yeah, I had to make sure. And 1 of 2 from the line, 3 rebounds. Will Miner, 3 points, 1 of 1 from the field, 1 of 1 from the line, 4 rebounds. And rounding it out for the Crusaders, Jonathan Stengel, 4 points tonight, 2 of 4 from the field, and 2 rebounds. For Richmond Heights, they had 4 guys in double figures. Nope, 5. All 5 of their starters were in double figures. They were led by Mackay Ansbury's 22 points. He led all scorers. He was 8 of 15 from the field, 5 of 10 behind the arc, 1 of 2 from the line, 5 rebounds. Dorian Jones, 17 points, 6 of 11 from the field, 5 of 8 behind the arc, 4 rebounds. Derek Barber, 14 points, 5 of 8 from the field, 1 of 2 behind the arc, 3 of 3 from the line, 4 rebounds. And then Joey Emery, 11 points on 5 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 behind the arc, 2 rebounds. And the one bench player that scored tonight, and I think was he the only bench player, AJ Audio with 3 points. That came on a buzzer beater to end the first half. So Central, they will bow out of the tournament with a very respectable 18-7 mark. Richmond Heights, they will move on. They will go to 17-9, and they will play right here at the Fieldhouse on Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. They will be playing Lutheran East. So, good run by the Crusaders.
Yeah.
You know, this is what they do. I think, what is it? Somewhere, I have one last nugget to share with you, I think. I have to find the run of what Central and Coach Kramer have done. So they've had 3 straight district championships. They've been in 8 district championship games in 12 years. They've won 6 district championships in 12 years. So they were 6-2 in district championships in the 12 years. So, and made runs right through here. So, kudos to Coach Kramer and the program over there. He's built something that's going to last for a long time over there.
Yeah, good note there. On the right track for Central. They've played well lately. They played well, really a good chunk of this game fought in there. So again, tomorrow night, more basketball. Perry and Harding, 1480 WHBC Radio, WHBC.com. It'll be myself and Bob Jeffries bringing you that action with the 5 o'clock tip-off. And then Saturday, we've got Louisville, we've got McKinley playing. Stay up to date with 1480 WHBC and WHBC.com to see kind of where we'll be, when, how you can listen and whatnot. But we've got more to play. A lot of Stark County teams left. We'll see if Perry can move on tomorrow. We know we've got at least 2, possibly 3, so stay tuned with us. For Denny Kincaid, I'm Billy Beebe. More basketball to come on 1480 WHBC.
Thanks for listening to high school basketball on WHBC Sports. Brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union, Ferndale Water Experts, CKP Heating and Cooling,